John Wick came out of nowhere in 2014 to become one of my new favorite movies, introducing me not only to a great action film, but to a society of assassins and world building that put John Wick above more than just an action movie. And now, Keanu Reeves and company return to give us John Wick Chapter 2, which kicks just as much, if not more ass than the first one. The movie starts out with a car chase as John Wick is getting his car back from a mob boss who's the brother of Vigo from the last movie. If you haven't seen the first John Wick, what's the matter with you? The opening scene serves as a good reminder of the plot and character of John Wick, a man of focus, determination, and sheer will, played of course by Keanu Reeves. The movie then revolves around John having to serve a debt to another mob boss, where he's immediately betrayed, of course, and then it's John versus basically every assassin. The action in this movie is phenomenal. It's as if the movie set off to top the last movie with every scene. What I liked about Chapter 2 is where the first movie would blast guitar riffs over the action, Chapter 2 plays more subtle tunes, which allows for the audience to hear the sounds of the guns going off and people's heads exploding. Honestly, the sound design is so great in this, I felt like I was actually getting shot. The locations in this movie are also breathtaking, such as a shootout that happens in an art gallery, to scenes taking place all over Rome. There's even a scene where John and a rival hitman played by Common have a shootout in public with silence on without anyone knowing. The movie not only cranks up the gun-feel action you loved in the first one, but it also expands the world of the assassins that added such flavor to the first movie. This time, John's work takes him to Rome, and we get to see a Roman version of the Hotel for Assassins, along with Franco Nero as the Rome equivalent to Ian McShane's character Winston. When a hit is put out on John, we get to see a colorful array of other assassins. Lawrence Fishburne plays a Bowery King, basically a street version of Winston, who operates a street version of the assassin underworld with a network of assassins posing as homeless people. The movie does a good job of opening up more of the world to the audience and expanding the scale and scope of the underworld. I'm glad the creators remembered what made the first movie so special. One little difference I noticed between John Wick and John Wick Chapter 2 is that Chapter 2 has a bit more of a sense of humor, and it's not unwelcome. It's not that the first one didn't have humor, but this one has it more frequently. Most of it is more the hilarity of the situation as opposed to one-liners and gags, such as John Wick and rival assassin Cassian falling into the Hotel of Assassins, where conducting work and shedding blood is illegal, and cease trying to murder each other and buy each other drinks. Scenes like that add brevity to the movie and allow some slowdown time between the action scenes. Keanu Reeves is backed by a supporting cast that has a nice mix of good and great actors, like Ian McShane, Franco Nero, Common, Lawrence Fishburne, Ruby Rose, Lance Reddick, and others that add to the background and foreground of the world. Fair warning, though Chapter 2 ends its story, the last act of the movie is basically setting up John Wick Chapter 3. Ending on a cliffhanger may upset some. I for one enjoyed the ride, and I can't wait for the movie tease at the end of this one. Chapter 2 does what a great sequel should. He goes bigger without forgetting what made the first so special. If you have yet to see it, I highly suggest you go see this in theaters. It is well worth the price of admission. If you haven't seen the first one, make sure you check that out to prepare for the ass-kicking that is John Wick Chapter 2. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Go see it immediately.